Hi guys, Blake here today, Lilley's Landing Resort in Marina, Branson, Missouri, Lake Taneycomo. It is the 21st of February, and I'm going to do the one cast for you today. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon or so. I am right at the mouth of the slough that goes up behind Eagle Island. We're just going to start here right at the mouth where the current meets and work our way down. I am starting off black and white, 3 32nd ounce jig. They're running, I think they're running about 2 units. Take a look here. Yeah. 1.69 megawatts, so a little less than 2, but it is a little windy, so I stepped it up and went with the 1 32nd ounce. And it's kind of cloudy, overcast, and I'm feeling the black and white jig today. Just one of those gut feelings. We'll see if it pays off. I did bring, the other color I was feeling was the brown and peach with an orange head, which works for me pretty well most of the time when I throw it. I don't throw it too often though. We're going to kind of float down this inside edge but cast out towards the middle. Nothing officially on the first cast. I was thinking that since the water's been running pretty consistent for about a week now, some of these fish are probably starting to find little current breaks like this one here and kind of hold in between the slower water and the faster water, take a break, get the food that swirls out into the slower water. I don't have too much in the way of fishing reports. I talked to a gentleman that came down to the dock to get a couple reels relined, and he said they were out earlier fishing jigs, and he said his buddy who was using the 2-pound line did a little bit better than him, so he came to put some 2-pound line on his reels, but that they caught some fish on the jigs. And we had one boat go out and drift some night crawlers, and they came back with 4 fish to clean. Other than that, I'd have to say that scuds are probably still the answer for drifting from the trophy area down through here. Spent the day, well, half the day yesterday with Captain Tony Lilley on Table Rock. We did some bass fishing. We both threw the Alabama rig the entire time. Water temperature up there, most spots average between 44 and 46 degrees, so still a little cold for the bass to be real active. We did find one little spot where they were hungry enough to come actually attack the baits. We saw quite a few on the graph that would kind of slowly chase the bait back to the boat but never really commit. So it hasn't warmed up quite enough for them to be completely aggressive yet, but getting there. Our weekly forecast is looking pretty good. I think we got some rain coming in tonight, going to cool things off just a touch, but if we keep up the weather trend, I imagine the water up there will start to get warm enough for those bass to be pretty active. I know Captain Brett Rader with Chartered Waters made a post yesterday that they went and tried Roark Creek and Turkey Creek, see if the trout had start making their spring run up in there. They have not. I'd say the creeks are probably still just a little cold for that. Be about, once the creek water gets between 50 and 55 degrees is when those trout really like to move up in there. We'll need a week or two more of some nice 60 and close to 70 degree weather for that to occur. But it's a beautiful day out here today. Yeah, 65 degrees, pretty cloudy. And because it's windy, I am keeping my rod tip real low to the water, trying to keep my line laying on the water, prevent the wind from stopping the jig from sinking. So I am watching my line very carefully for any sudden movements that might be a fish grabbing a hold of it. And I was gambling for the center of the lake to be my spot for catching the fish today, but it might be better to cast towards the edges. We'll see. I'm going to stick with the middle just a little bit longer. I really think some of the brown trout in the lake that live in this area during the middle of the day come out here to the real deep water and set in the center. Just a thought. Especially if they're seeing a lot of pressure from people fishing near the banks. Well, okay, I just can't resist. I gotta throw these docks over here. Yeah, this chair is squeaky. Ooh, that looked like a bite. I don't think I was touching the bottom, so that was definitely a bite. The wind is slowing me down, number one, but I'm also slowing the boat down with the trolling motor, kind of creating a little bit of a swing on the jig there, which probably keeps it up off the bottom just a touch more. But sometimes they really like that swinging motion for some reason. Planning on going back to Table Rock, maybe even tomorrow, and seeing about catching some more bass, or at least trying. But it's a hard choice between that and going to Bull Shoals, there's a fish, and going for some walleye. There we go. Right there below Scooter's / Dino's dock, however you may refer to it or call it, starts a kind of a shallow flat gravel bar that really wraps around this whole corner. So I'm even floating over kind of one of the shallower spots of the flat here. This might be the point to turn around and fish towards the center where the drop off happens. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll scoot the boat in a little closer to the bank over here, and we'll turn around and fish the middle again. And we won't go too much longer. They're definitely not hot to trot on my jig here. I really wanted to throw this color on this day and kind of fish the center just to see if I could pull a brown trout out. All white, the black and white, both kind of imitate, even the gray and white, all those imitate kind of the shad or minnow silhouette, and the brown trout specifically kind of key in on that. Oh, well, that's interesting. time to replace the plug-in on this trolling motor. Yep, it died again. Okay. Doesn't take much for that wind to blow you way off a spot. I'm really not trying to fish that far over. Alright, I'll take my last cast or two back towards the shallow side, since that side hasn't even produced a bite. We are coming up on the River Bluff Estates boat ramp. I'm going to attempt not to even touch the trolling motor, because I feel like if I move that cord, it's going to power it off again. There's another really shallow flat that comes off below this dock that is right above the boat ramp. But it is always a popular place for fish to be at. Maybe I'll pick up my other color for the last cast here. See. Oh, So 3/32 brown and orange, or brown and peach with an orange head. It's got 2-pound line on both rods. The line that I use is the Trout SOS 2-pound line, which I wasn't quite sure about at first, but I really like it now.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Just living today.
Yeah, they don't seem too aggressive right now. Okay, I'm gonna call it there. At least we got to see what one fish looked like today. We thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll be back again tomorrow.